Welcome back to the Hubbard's Handmade Shop. I am Ryan Hubbard. Today I'm working on this 40 or so inch round maple slab. I'm going to do a live edge table and attached it to this triangular base that I had fabricated here in Oregon by Symmetry Hardware. Check the link in the description below for more about their information. They do ship their products. I'm at a stage right now where this has gone through my router flattening process to get it right at 4 inches, which is the capacity of my drum sander, and it's a little bit too big even to go through in 2 passes, and so I've run it through and gotten it up to 100 grit and then sanded some of the rest of it with my hand sander, and I have all of these bark inclusions and cracks and things that I'm going to fill with epoxy. So right now I'm going to prep all of these areas to get them cleaned up a little bit and ready for the epoxy pour. I discovered that this spiral bit for the Dremel tool actually does a pretty fantastic job of cleaning out. See how these are like just little bristles, like the bark grew in there or whatever? Watch how well this bit cleans that up. That's great. It does a pretty fantastic job of getting that hole cleaned up. I'm not trying to change the shape of the holes. I'm just trying to clean them up so when I put the epoxy in there, it looks like a nice, clean feature. I flipped the table over, so this is the bottom. I'm all about trying new things, stuff that might work and stuff that might help. Before I try to cover the bottom of this with tape or anything else that's going to prevent my epoxy from pouring through, I've got an experiment here with some of this fix-it stick. It's like an epoxy clay. You might have heard of it as shugu or something. So basically what I want to do is mix some of this clay up and try to fill these holes to prevent the epoxy from pouring out. Because this is the bottom of the table, I don't really care what it looks like. Nobody's ever going to see it, especially since there's going to be a base attached here. So let's give this a shot, break some of this off, mix it up, see what happens. There you can see the 2 colors, the 2 parts, a dark part and a light part. Mix and knead this, just like you would an epoxy, until it's a uniform color. Doesn't have the most pleasant smell, if I'm being honest. It's bad. And I've used this before, and it does harden very quickly, so I'm not gonna mess around with this a lot once I get it mixed up. I'm gonna stuff it in a few of these cracks, see if that helps. I can always come back and sand that flat. I mean, for the purposes that I have in mind, that's going to work out perfect. It's just there to plug the hole so the epoxy doesn't run through the other side. So I'm happy with that, and put some tape over it anyways and pour some epoxy. Transferring your epoxy into a second cup can help to not introduce unmixed epoxy, but I don't like to waste measuring cups for my second cup, so sour cream. Do not scrape the cup into the second cup. That defeats the purpose. Now that I've filled up all the cracks and holes with epoxy, I have to grind it back a little bit, sand it down, and make this flush again. Sanding, sanding, sanding. This project is a lot of sanding. And don't worry, I got my mask on. Ear protection, eye protection. I'm at the point of finishing. This is the bottom of the table. My 2-part clay epoxy worked pretty well to plug these holes. I didn't have any leaks in most of the big ones. A couple of the small ones did, but it's not a problem. The tape worked. So I'm gonna start with 1 coat of Seal-A-Cell Clear, and I like to pour my finish into a separate container. This is a perfect size for one of these really wide brushes. After this first coat, I switched to a spray finish in Duravar, and that helped me to get nice even coats over the table as well as around these unusual edges. I got a call from Cemetery Hardware that it was time to go and pick up the triangular base for this table. While I was there, I decided to take advantage of the time to check out their operation. They have a very cool fabrication shop, and they stay very busy, but they're still willing to take on custom fabrication jobs like mine. After I got the base back home, I drilled some holes and attached the base with the lag screws that Cemetery Hardware included. The final table is a real conversation piece, and I'm very happy with it. Something heavy duty like a log cabin or a man cave needs. I'm really happy with how it came out. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I will see you next time in the Hubbard's Handmade Shop.